DVD. Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Uncle Bill here, and I'm just going to do a sort of brief DVD/Blu-ray update because I've picked up quite a few Blu-rays recently, and actually a couple of DVDs, some that were sent to me, some that were gifts, and then some that I actually bought, some that were sent for the show to review on the show. But this is just like a basic DVD Blu-ray update. I think this might be the first actual Blu-ray update that I've done. I haven't had a Blu-ray player for that long, so this should be interesting. Let's start with some of the DVDs first. I got for $5 at Walmart, and some bitch is loose in there, but The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. This DVD actually used to be out of print. This is a Paramount DVD, and for a while there you couldn't find it anywhere. But they re-released on that new I Love the 80s crap that they put out, which looks horrible, but it's the same DVD. I friggin' love The Golden Child. There's a whole scene where he's out on the boat, and I forget the guy's name that's like the father to the girl that Eddie Murphy falls in love with in the movie, and he's like, "I'm gonna roll your ass when I get out here. I'm gonna paddle your ass." It's a hilarious movie. It's actually the movie that gets credited as being like the first Eddie Murphy flop, but I think it's as good as the rest of the films. It's got some great stuff in it with the guy, I cannot remember his name, but who plays the demon creature guy in this film, and Eddie Murphy always calls him Brother Noomsy. But yeah, it's classic Eddie Murphy before he got like all uptight like he is now. And Golden Child is just the story of a guy who is like a community activist who searches for kidnapped and exploited children, and one of the kids that he ends up searching for happens to be the Golden Child, which is like this child that will save the world from the devil or Armageddon or whatever towards the end of it. But the funniest part about it is just that Eddie Murphy ends up being that guy. So I got this one in the mail. This is the 2-disc special edition of Dead Snow, which I already watched, and which was being heralded as being, one of the best new zombie films out in a long time. I think it's from, I always get these countries mixed up, but like Finland or Sweden or Norway. Maybe it's Norway. Yeah, it is Norway. But I'll talk more about that on the show over at DEADPIT.com, what I thought about the movie and all that. Don't ask about this one because I have no idea, but for $5 I got Mannequin and Mannequin 2 on the Move from Walmart. I like the first Mannequin movie. It's amazing that it didn't kill the career of Kim Cattrall. It did, however, kill the career of Andrew McCarthy, but I don't think he ever had a career anyway. And it also claimed the career of William Ragsdale, the kid from Fright Night, who was actually in Mannequin 2 on the Move with Christy Swanson, who's Buffy. So there you go. I don't know what this is. This is some sort of like Valentine package thing with this little annoying thing here on the bottom of it, this little heart. But whatever, $5. This was also $5, and this is pretty awesome because it has one of my favorite songs that we used to use on the show for a certain caller. Jeez, dudes, what the crap? This is Teen Witch and the Heavenly Kid 2-pack, and it's also the totally awesome 80s gimmick from MGM. Teen Witch with Robin Lively, who is the sister of Jason Lively and also the sister of Blake Lively, who's like immensely popular right now. This was like her big breakthrough role in this. Jason Lively was, of course, the guy that started Night of the Creeps, and he was Rusty in National Lampoon's European Vacation. Heavenly Kid, I forget the guy in the Heavenly Kid. Heavenly Kid is one of those movies that it's really, really cheesy. It's almost like they mixed, what's that movie, Heaven Can Wait, with like The Outsiders or something like that, or like a kid from The Outsiders. Kind of the same premise. So the rest of the stuff that I got, no, I've got one more DVD here. Actually, this is the Something Weird version, the only version of Basket Case, and I've already got this DVD. So you're probably asking, why did I buy it again? And there's a real simple explanation for that. Is it's signed, I don't know if you can see that, by Frank Henenlotter, the director, who we've had on the show. Absolutely adore the guy's films. I think they're like amazing, completely subversive, and just really entertaining. I actually have a photo signed by him, but it's just like a printout that I made from my computer when I mailed it away. But this is actually the DVD cover signed, that I know is signed by him, so that's pretty awesome. Probably my favorite movie that he did too. But Walmart, aside from having some awesome $5 DVDs, and I'm still looking for The Last House on the Left collector's edition for either $7 or $5, but aside from that, they also had new bundles of Blu-rays, and I was freaking amazed at this, because the Blu-rays were bundled in 2 packs for $14.96. So that's the cheapest I've ever heard Blu-rays get. That's like $7.50 a Blu-ray in anything. So it's only a matter of time before the value Blu-rays hit. And I went ahead and picked up a couple of these sets. This was $14.96 now for these 2 Blu-rays. You've got Total Recall, the Total Recall Blu-ray, Schwarzenegger. I love that movie. I just saw it again on TV like last night. And Universal Soldier with Dolph and Van Damme, which is a highly underrated movie. And there's been like 2 or 3 sequels now, and they've all been horrible, but this was a good movie. Especially Lundgren, where he breaks down at the end and starts going crazy, and he has all the great one-liners where he's got like a necklace made of human ears, and he's, I can't hear you. He's talking into it. Just classic stuff. I had to get this one because I love both these movies, and even though this is the other 2-pack I bought, this was like $20 in 1996 for these 2 movies. Predator Blu-ray, which is not that great of a Blu-ray. I've already seen it, but it's a freaking great movie, and it still looks better than the DVD. And this is really why I bought it, the Commando Blu-ray. I've already got the Terminator Blu-ray. At this point, I'm going to have like most of the great Schwarzenegger films from that period of time. But this is, Commando, which is probably is my favorite Schwarzenegger movie of all, of anything, to be honest. It has the best one-liners, the best characters, Bennett and Sully, and it's I don't know. It's an action-packed. People use that term action-packed a lot, but that's one movie where when I think about it, I think, that's like crammed full of action. There's not a scene throughout that movie where there's not something going on. Especially the ending, which is just completely ridiculous. Like, he's caught in a tool shed, and he comes out, and all these guys have got like machine guns, and Arnold's like, they shoot the shed all to shit, and then he like jumps out of it, and he's like throwing saw blades and whacking people's heads off, and like he's got a pitchfork. It's great. So I also got this one though to continue on the Schwarzenegger theme. This was actually sent from Lionsgate, and this is the new Running Man Blu-ray, which I'm also looking forward to. I love the Running Man too. I can't imagine why anybody wouldn't like the Running Man. It's basically like all those tournament movies, like Van Damme's Bloodsport, where you have all the cool characters that they have, that the lead guy has to fight against, and they're all the colorful characters. Running Man is the exact same type of movie. You've got like, it's almost like pro wrestling now that I think about it. Like the way that the guys are set up, like they're gladiators, and Schwarzenegger has been falsely imprisoned, and it's in the future, and there's reality shows, and in this particular reality show, anybody that's in prison can have a chance to compete in a game called the Running Man, where if they make it through all these different levels with all these different competitors, then they're set free, or so you think. And Schwarzenegger is falsely imprisoned for a crime that he really didn't commit, and he has to play the Running Man. He's forced into it in order to win back his freedom. So like there's all these characters that you have to fight in all these different scenes or levels in the game. There's like Buzzsaw, who's got like a chainsaw. He kind of looks like Stan Hansen back in the day. There's Dynamo, who was the guy from Stir Crazy, with like he's got like electricity as his gimmick. He electrocutes people. And Fireball, that's pretty obvious. I think that's Jim Brown. I think it is. And then the final guy, it's like Captain USA or Captain. It's Jesse the Body Ventura is the guy who plays it, but it's some kind of American gimmick. Great film though. It was based on a Stephen King story. I'm going to be completely Arnolded out after this, but that's the DVD and Blu-ray update. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com. We've got so much stuff going on over there right now. I can't even really keep up with all of it. We've got the Madman contest where you can submit your fan submissions to possibly be on the Madman DVD going on. We've got the Dark Woods convention going on in Pikeville, Kentucky we're going to be a part of. We've got a new interview up next week with Ellen Sandweiss from Evil Dead, original Evil Dead, and let's see, what else? The new DEADPIT on the Road Season 2 is out, and the DEADPIT on the Road Season 1 and 2 bundle, which includes a bonus disc that is us hosting the Gross Ill Horror-thon, where we actually were horror hosts for a day on television, on cable television. It's got that, so you can buy both those, both DEADPIT on the Road Season 1 and 2 with the Gross Ill Horror-thon in a bundle pack for $40 over at DEADPIT.com right now, or you can get them all separately. And we have sold a ton of those. There's only 66 of them that we're going to made, period. And I'm pretty sure we've sold close to that at this point. So it would be a good idea to, if you're going to buy the bundle, to buy it now, because we really aren't making any more of those. So check us out over at DEADPIT.com. I'm Uncle Bill.